Hi everyone, it's Ashley and I'm back finally with another video, and I'm going to do a get ready with me. I have a ton of friends that are Geminis, and they say that Geminis and Sagittarius, which is my sign, are like soulmates, perfect matches, or whatever. Like they make great friends, they're great in relationships, all that, all the things. Um, so I decided to whip out my Gemini palette and do a look while while I kind of chit chat, I guess, because I don't know what else to call it. It's not beauty after dark because it is, I don't even have my watch on. It's like 6 or 7, so it's pretty early, or in the evening, and the sun has not set, so it's not quite beauty after dark, but it is a get ready with me with some of my updated favorite products. So I'm really excited to, let me grab one of my other new favorites. I ordered the mini size of it, loved it so much, and ordered the big size. And I have to do an unboxing, so it'll be a get ready with me and then an unboxing. Y'all, I have ordered so much makeup in the last 3 or 4 weeks. I don't know what to do with myself. Like, a lot of the stuff I ordered from Sephora is like reorders, restocks or whatever. The stuff I got from Ulta is new stuff that I want to try. And I'm supposed to be getting my makeup kit from the Makeup Academy that I signed up for. Yes, I signed up for a Makeup Academy. Like, I couldn't bring myself to go back to cosmetology school for like $18,000 for a year. Like I just, like, I'm so happy to have my student loans paid off, and I was not prepared to hop into debt for that much. So the Makeup Academy was considerably less. It's online. You do all of your assignments and everything virtually. So it's pretty cool so far. I really enjoy it. The classes, it's not really classes, it's more like videos that you watch to kind of learn like the history of makeup and different things. So very exciting. It's called Vizio. Vizio Makeup Academy. It reminds me, I think there's a TV or electronics brand called Vizio as well. I'm not sure if they're part of the same thing or if they're affiliated in any way, but I really am enjoying this very much. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started getting ready. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Mattifying Primer. I'm gonna use 2 primers, y'all. So I'm gonna use a little bit of this. I only have the mini size of this. I'm probably gonna order the full size of it because I like it a lot. But y'all know my tried and true Smooth and Blur from Sephora. I have another one on deck because that one is about to be empty. But I hit my shiny areas, my nose, my forehead, a little bit on the cheeks, and just kind of smooth that out to control shine. And then I go in with my Sephora Smooth and Blur, and this one is literally just about done. So I squeezed a little bit on my hand, and that's the last of that. And this kind of goes where I want to minimize my pores. And ironically enough, that's in the same places that I am oily. I have large pores. So I'm just kind of going to smooth that in, just like so. But these have been some of my favorite brands to use lately. I'm also going to do my eye, I'm going to go ahead and do my eye primer right now. There we go. So I have a smooth, and y'all, when I tell you my skin feels like butter, it just feels so smooth and so soft. It's going to make your makeup go on, your base, your foundation, your tinted moisturizer, whatever it is you're wearing, go on so smooth. So this is a Smashbox 24-hour photo finish shadow primer. And I really like this too. Y'all will recall my favorite was the one in the Dior palette, but I can't justify buying a whole eyeshadow palette just for the primer. And Dior doesn't sell just that eyeshadow primer, which sucks. Because I would definitely partake, but I'm sure you know, Dior is making plenty of money off of the Backstage line that they have. Okay, and now I'm gonna do the other eye, just like so. All right, now that I have pretty much all of my base together, one quick tip I'm gonna give you is to always, always, always hydrate your lips early on in your beauty process. So I like to put on a lip balm in the primer stage so that my lips are hydrated and moisturized. So like when I put on a liner, because no matter how creamy a lip liner is, if your lips are dry and chapped, it's gonna drag and tug and pull, and it's not gonna give a good look. So I have fallen in love with the Summer Fridays Butter Balm. This is the vanilla flavor or shade or whatever, it's clear. I have the cherry shade, which does have a tint to it. There's another one that I want, but it's always sold out, so obviously it's very popular. But just quickly moisturize the pout. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started with the rest of my makeup. So I have absolutely just head over heels, over the moon, you know, fallen in love with the House Labs Triclone Skin Tech Foundation. Like, I don't know what magic Lady Gaga put in it, but it's beautiful. It's a medium coverage, but you can build it up. I don't know that you can build it up to full coverage, but it is medium coverage. One pump is really all you need. You'll probably get away with half a pump in some cases if you're interested in a more sheer finish. So I just gently dab it along my face in different areas, just like so. And normally I take my Rose and Ben brush. My Rose and Ben, it's actually a blush brush, but I use it for foundation because I like it that much. But it's dirty. So I'm going to use a cleaner brush. I don't know that this brush is clean either, but that's what happens when you have a million brushes and you don't wash any of them. But I am this evening going to wash all of my brushes so that they are clean and available for tomorrow or whatever day I want to put on makeup. So this is the Sephora Pro Foundation 70 brush, and I really like it. It performs quite well. It's very dense. And I want to, as I'm applying the foundation, I want to stay away from my under eye area because that's where I'm going to put concealer. A little squee to cover up any puffiness or under eye circles. I'm looking in the mirror, y'all. I have a mirror. The back of my phone is a mirror too, so I can look at it, but the iPhone cameras, I have the new iPhone, and it's got the 3 cameras, and right where the cameras are is where my face is. So I'd have to kind of squat down a little lower to kind of see, but it's just easier for me to sit up and put my shoulders back, you know, good posture, and look in the vanity. So I apologize for not making good eye contact, but I'm trying to make sure I get everything together and blended. Like so. So y'all, today Alicia had her first track meet of the summer season, and she did really well. I by no means think I gave birth to an Olympian, but she could surprise me. But she did the 400, the 200, and the long jump. She did really well in both of them. The long jump she had never done before. She had done the 400 before, and it was like the race that killed her. It was like her very first race. She did the 400, and the way she felt after that race, I don't think she ever wants to feel again. So that might have ruined her. But she doesn't really run all out anymore because she was completely depleted after that first race, like just done. And she still had more races to go. But she's napping now because homegirl is tired, but like I said, she did really well, and I'm super proud of her. She got, let me see, she got 4th place in her heat in the 400, and she got, I can't even remember, maybe 2nd in her heat in the 200. But when you look overall with the compiled scores, like there were people there because she moved up. She was running with the peewees, which is the 9 and 10-year-olds and the 8 and unders. But now she's running with the 11 and 12-year-olds. So she literally just turned 11, like a couple weeks ago. But she's running with 11-year-olds and 12-year-olds. So there's a 12-year-old girl who won everything that Alicia competed in, and by leaps and bounds was, you know, stronger than her. And of course, I talked to my husband, who is the track guy, and he was like, yeah, I was slow at that age too. It didn't really kick in until I got to be 13 or so, but he believes Alicia should be running longer races. Now, Alicia can run with my husband, and if y'all know John, y'all know that he can run forever and ever and not get tired. I don't want to say he can't get tired, but his ability to run for long distances is different than most people, to say the least. So I didn't talk about this Shape Tape tart. This is the Double Duty Beauty. This is the mini size, but I absolutely love it. It's in the shade 57G Rich Golden. It has become my favorite concealer. NARS still has a very special place in my heart for foundation and Squee, but I'm definitely saying without a doubt that, well, Shape Tape has been around for a minute. I just haven't tried it in a long time. But House Labs is definitely coming for that throne, so to speak. But there's so many good foundations out there. Like, I've got a drawer full of foundations that I love. I love Giorgio Armani. I can't always justify the price tag for it, but it's a beautiful foundation. But as y'all can see, like, this just is this beautiful skin-like finish. I got my concealer kind of, but once I blend that out, yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows with my Precisely My Brow Benefit Shade 4. Y'all know this is my OG favorite. I love just kind of quickly penciling in my brows. I can't remember the last time I got my eyebrows waxed, y'all. It had to have been before COVID, like, seriously. Maybe a little bit after, but I'm gonna have to get them waxed in the next week before next Saturday, because I have a photo shoot and I don't want to be looking like a garanimal. So I'm gonna have to, you know, bite the bullet and do it again. But sometimes I don't have, you know, all right. And I'm gonna clean that up with Squee. Uh-oh, lost my brow setting gel. This is also by Benefit. This is a 24-hour brow setter. If I can get it open. It doesn't look like I can. So I'm gonna switch to the St. Luxe brow gel instead, which I can get open. And y'all, I'm getting ready to go absolutely nowhere. But I just thought it would be fun to play with my Gemini palette during Gemini season with a lot of my daughter is a Gemini, so Geminis definitely have a very special place in my heart. I know quite a few. My bestie is one. Got a few friends from college that are absolutely wonderful friends that are Geminis. Got a couple of coworkers that are Geminis. Just great people all around. They can switch it up on you, but they are great people. So yeah. So let me clean this up with the squee. Let that set for a second. And I'm going to take, now this is definitely a dirty brush, but I love it. It is actually I'm not going to take this one. I'm going to take the Sephora Pro Concealer number 71, which is also a little dirty, and just blend out my under eye concealer. Just like so. And you see how smooth that blended out? Just gorgeous. And that blended almost seamlessly into my foundation. So it looks like I'm wearing nothing but skin, y'all. I am here for this. Flawlessness. And I will say I have stepped up my game in terms of my skincare routine. I've actually pared it down. My skincare routine was like 10 steps. Now I've pared it down to like 3 or 4. And I will say my skin is doing quite a bit better. I think I was kind of overwhelming it and doing it too much. But now it's definitely like, okay, I'm down with this. I'm rocking with you. So I definitely like that. So we're going to clean this up just a little bit. All right, so, and if you want to, you can take your foundation brush and just, if there was a harsh line, you could just kind of blend that out. So here's where you can do a couple of things. Some people start with the eyes before doing their foundation base. I tend to do my base first. I'm not typically wearing a ton of shimmer or glitter or stuff that has a ton of fallout so that it messes up my my base if I have to remove it. It's usually not a big deal. I'm usually wearing matte shades with maybe like one shimmer. But some people go heavy with the glitter, which I can from time to time when the occasion calls for it. But I'm just gonna go for, I think I'm gonna go for, there are a lot of pinks and greens in this palette. I think I'm gonna go for a green look. I think we shall see how this look evolves. So I'm going to take a crease brush and I'm going to go into LX Queen. And these are quite pigmented. And I'm just going to take this into my crease. Ooh, she dark. It's okay though. This is definitely a more fall look than spring, but that's okay. Looking in the mirror, just blending that out. I actually like that. Okay, now I'm gonna take the shade Almond Eyes. On the Sephora 19 Pro Crease Brush. And I'm just gonna blend that in to my lid. I know this is a crease brush, but we're blending it up into the crease a little bit, but because the crease shade I used is pretty dark, it's not really showing. All right. All right, now I'm gonna take Boy Mum. And smoke it out. I like that. Smoke it out just like this. I don't know why my nose always runs when I put on makeup. It's like a weird quirk of mine. All right. This is pretty, but it definitely needs a hint of shimmer. So I'm going to take the Sephora Pro Shadow 14 brush. The brush I just used was the Rosenban E28 brush. So I'm going to take this Pro Shadow 14 in the shade Mateo. It's kind of like a green with a gold shift. I actually like that. That's actually really pretty. It's very dark. So I may have to switch up what I do with my lipstick because I had already pulled out like a very pinky lipstick, but I don't know if I'm gonna go with that. I may want to keep the whole look dark and vampy. So let me see. Yeah, we'll see. I can always wipe it off, but we'll see. But I really like that. All right, so moving on to mascara. I have absolutely fallen in love with this Dollywink Korean mascara. My bestie and I were in New York, and I realized I had forgotten a few makeup items at home. And so we go into this Korean store and I buy a bunch of Korean products like Korean lashes, Korean mascara, and it turns out it's actually pretty decent. So I'm gonna have to try to figure out where to get it online. But it was actually pretty affordable considering some of the mascaras I have are, you know, like $30, $40. This one was, I think, 16 or 17, which is half or less than half. All right. And what I like about this one is the wand is so small. I can get into my little lower lash line really easy, as you can see. Now, I'm not going to worry about lashes since I'm not actually going anywhere, but yeah. All right. Now, here is where I set my under eye and set my base. You can do that before you do your eye makeup if you want to. Totally up to you. It just depends on you. And because I traveled with my Laura Mercier palette, or my Laura Mercier powder, a lot of it is in the top instead of in the bottom of the container. And I like to use a setting puff to set my makeup. Blend it out. Just to set your under eye so that it doesn't crease, you know, get those wrinkles or lines underneath. Some concealers are self-setting, meaning you don't necessarily need powder. Once you place them and blend them out, they set themselves. Now this is the Rose and Ben setting puff or powder puff. I absolutely love it because it's big and I really can get in there. I like to set areas where I know I'm going to get shiny. It's just my forehead, my chin. I don't actually think the pink lip is gonna look bad now that I think about it. I was gonna do a darker lip, but I don't think that I will. I think I'm gonna stick with the pink lip because my lips are already looking kind of pink with this lip balm, and I kind of like the way it looks. So I'm gonna stick with that because I was gonna have to switch up my blush too. But right now we're going for the Sephora Sweet Pea Blush Duo. And it's this cute pink blush. I'm gonna take one of my blush brushes. This is the Sephora 93 Pro Blush Brush. And just add just a little bit of color to my cheeks. Just like so. All right, next up, I am going to add a little bit of bronzer. And my favorite bronzer is by Minted Cosmetics. They have two shades that I love. Out of Office, which is actually a little dark and could be more of a contour shade, and Yacht Life, which is closer to a bronzer shade that works for me. I'm just gonna apply that. There we go. All right, the look is coming together. I am going to add a touch of highlight, and it wouldn't be my makeup routine without a little bit of Fenty. So this is the Fenty Beauty Rose Rave Diamond Balm, I think. Yeah, Diamond Balm. I'm just gonna add just a touch of highlight to my cheek. For that sun-kissed glow, even though I have a vampy eye, a smoky eye. It's all good. All right, next up is going to be my lip product. I'm going to take the Huda Beauty Lip Contour in the shade Trophy Wife. That is after I sharpen it. Okay. And I almost always underline my lips, and I may go in with my absolute favorite, which I think I am, Limitless Brown Artist Color Pencil by Makeup Forever. Because you never can go wrong with brown lip liner, especially for a dark-skinned girl. All right, I'm going to take the Tarte Maracuja Juicy lipstick in the shade Rosy Brown, which is kind of a pink shade. And just dab it on the lips. It feels really soft and hydrating. I really like it. And then I'm gonna take the Lip Bar, which is another brand, Black-owned beauty brand that I really love. And I am going to go over the center of my lip with the shade Baddie. All right, and finally, I'm going to set my face. Now, I want to tell y'all something. I've known this for quite some time, and I think a lot of people are beginning to realize that drugstore brands are coming for some of these high-end, expensive brands. But this Charlotte Tilbury airless or airbrush flawless setting spray is amazing. It's a phenomenal product. This is the mini size, which I think is like 20 bucks. The full size I think is like 40 something. This is the Milani Make It Last original. This and this do the exact same thing. Literally the exact same thing. I've tried them both. They both make my makeup last just as long. This one I've actually been using for longer. I recently got a hold of this one because I got a kit that had it in it, and I realized I thought this one was going to be like a miracle worker, and I was just stunned to find out that it really just does the same thing as this one. And this one is like $10. So, you know, just if you find a product you love it. It doesn't really matter how much it costs or whatever. You're willing to spend it, you're willing to invest in it because you love it. But if you happen to find something that does the same exact thing for less, why not save your coins? I mean, there is something to be said about brand loyalty and, you know, things like that. But if you are, you know, just a casual makeup wearer, you know, drugstore options are, some of them are chef's kiss, like, not gonna lie. Some things you do want to invest in, like there are some drugstore foundations that are really, 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 really good, and there are some that are absolutely terrible. There are probably more high-end foundations that are really, 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 really good. So if you're gonna invest your money somewhere, invest it definitely in a high-end foundation because you want your flawless base as much as possible. So I'm gonna set my face with the Milani Make It Last Original. And yes, you want to saturate your face with setting spray. And because I'm extra and have a fan, I finally found it. I didn't know where it was in the last video, but I finally found it. And I'm gonna dry my face. But I really like the way this look turned out. I got kind of a smoky eye out of it. This would probably look really pretty with lashes, like some bold lashes. And another thing that I skipped is eyeliner. And that's because I usually use magnetic liner to go with my magnetic lashes. And because I wasn't wearing lashes, I didn't use it. I have regular liner. I haven't perfected the wing yet. I have hooded eyes and I have not perfected the flick that goes with the wing, or even the cat eye, or any of the really dramatic liner things that people are doing these days that look so beautiful that I just don't have a steady enough hand to kind of, I mean, I think maybe I could do it on someone else, but on myself, not so much. So, and I know you can always fix makeup mistakes. That's what my cellar water is for, and makeup wipes and makeup remover and things like that. But, you know, it's always nice when you can get it right the first time, but I can never get mine to look right. So it is what it is. But this is the final look. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's really pretty. I think this would be great for date night, a special occasion. You know, I told y'all I got a photo shoot coming up, but they are doing my makeup there. So I don't have to worry about it. Because I was like, what makeup am I gonna wear? But I don't have to think about it. So yeah, so I'm really excited about that. I'm trying to think of what else. Yeah, Alicia had a great track meet. She can run distances with her dad pretty good. And I told her today, I think you should run longer races like the 800. I'm not gonna push the 1500 on her yet because she'll look at me like I'm crazy. But I think she can run the 800. And I think she would do a good job. And she's not having it. She just, yeah. So, but outside of that, I hope all of my Gemini friends have or had amazing birthdays and, you know, happy Gemini season. And I hope to see y'all in the next one. Bye.